This is West Ham Unofficial. Come on, you Irons. Points separates these two sides 10 games into the Premier League season. Welcome back to West Ham Unofficial. I hope you are. Oh, this is the West Ham v Liverpool build-up show and starting lineup reaction. Before we get into it, Arsenal have just scored. Emil Smith-Rowe's just scored. Yeah, dear me. Just scored. To be fair, it was a good goal. But we're here to talk about West Ham v Liverpool, and to do that, I am joined by firstly Jordan. How are you?
I'm great. How are you, Jake?
Not too bad, not too bad. Not quite sure how to feel going into this game, but I will get into it in just a second. James, how are you, my man?
I am very well, mate. Very well. All good.
Definitely. And I will be appearing tonight on E20 Zone TV for a couple of player ratings tonight. So James is 25 off of 200. So if you haven't already, go and subscribe to James's channel. Link is in the chat. There it is. Okay then, come on you Irons. Hope you are. Long live the bowling. Lawrence, over from Alabama. Hope you're well. Lawrence, Gary, hope you are well as well. So guys, get your thoughts in. How are you feeling? Confident, nervous? That's the main point I want to start with. We are an hour and 13 minutes off kickoff. Is this the first time this season, Jordan, that you're going into the game slightly nervous?
No, not really, because Liverpool are expected to win the game. But like James was saying before we come on live, it's just how we play today. That's what I'm more worried about. If we lose, fair enough. But if we can put in a good performance and we can walk off the field and say we had a go at Liverpool, then yeah, I'll be happy. I mean, we got a bit of confidence because obviously Brighton did manage to get a point. So there is some confidence there for us if we can get something out of the game. Yeah,
definitely. James, how are you feeling?
I don't know, mate. I've got a good vibe today. I don't know. I fancy something today. If we use our loaf and when we keep in the game for as long as we can do, I think we can nick something out of this game. Even a draw is a good result. If we beat Liverpool today, though, we're serious top four contenders. There's no argument there. We are right up there. It'll be a great win just before the international break. But it's like I said beforehand, it's not. It's how we play today. It'll be interesting to see how we go about this game against one of the big boys.
Yeah. Jordan, do you think in a way that this could or should define us for this season going forward, whether we are pretenders or contenders for top four and top six once again?
I agree with what James just said. If we win, that puts us as serious contenders. But at the same time, if we do lose, I don't think that will write our season off of getting top four. There's still a long way to go in the season. So I don't think it will hamper the top four hopes too much. But I think, yeah, it's all about the performance. Obviously, we want to get a good result. But if we can walk off the field and say we played well today, then we can take that into the future games, really. So we did well against Man City. I know it was in the cup with different lineups, but, we matched them. Aside from them, Chelsea and Liverpool, the only teams we can really fear in this league. Everyone else we can beat on our day. We can beat anyone in the league, to be fair. But, I think, we've got a good chance of getting top four this year with the way we're playing.
Yeah, just off topic slightly, Spurs are at Everton today, and this is how low they've got. They're singing a song called West Ham Lose Fingers Everywhere They Go. That is Spurs singing West Ham Lose Fingers Everywhere We Go. Everywhere they go, honestly. Tottenham get battered everywhere they go. Stop nicking our song and stop putting stupid twists on it. Oh, that's how low they've got, James.
Unreal, mate, unreal. Everyone start trying to win some games, didn't they? And keep criticising us. Do you know what I mean? That's what they should be trying to do.
Exactly.
We enjoy the Conference League anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, they played the other night, didn't they? And they were nowhere near filling their stadium either. So
They got top
they got
tier.
some bigger issues to worry about.
Not a person in the top tier.
Nope.
Oh dear.
So,
But
joke of a football club, Tottenham.
oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, exactly. Silly Spuds fans. That's it, and all about it. But Liverpool. It's difficult, Jordan, because they've got probably the best player in the world. And if he was coming up against Craig Dawson today, I'd probably, in all seriousness, be a little bit more worried. But we've got Kurt Zouma there, who pretty much hasn't put a foot wrong this season. And to be honest, I fear him, but we've got Kurt Zouma there, and I feel like he can do a job on him.
Absolutely. We've got Kurt Zouma there, but we've also got just in front of the defence, depending on the team Moyes puts out, but the team you're expecting him to put out, you've got Souček and Rice just in front as well. So between the three of them, I think they could. I know we did lose to Man United, but Zouma did a job on Ronaldo. Even though he did score in the game, for Ronaldo standards, he had a very quiet game. So yeah, Mo Salah is probably on form the best player in the world at the minute. So he's probably going to have chances, but I think between the three of them, I think we can do a job on him and keep him quiet today.
Yeah, they've got a fantastic attack even without the likes of Bobby Firmino. They've got injuries in midfield as well, James, as we both spoke to Jack last night. They've got injuries, and with Bobby Firmino, they're bringing in Diego Jota. Probably, we'd like to think so. We've got Mane one side, Jota on the other, Salah coming down the middle. Is our defence going to be able to handle that for 90 minutes?
I'm not really worried about our defence. It's our midfield that I worry about. I think Rice can do the job. It's all about Souček today. Souček can do the job with him and defend with him. Then we've got a great chance of getting something out of the game. We need Souček to be on top form today, though, mate. It's a must. Like Rice can't cover two or three players. He's good, but he's not that good. Do you know what I mean? And Souček needs to be there. Me personally, I'd like to see like a 3-man midfield. Even Fornell's in there with Souček and Rice, just sort of to match them up. I think a 4-2-3-1 against this team. I just think we're going to get overrun in midfield. But we're good enough to sort of in possession, 4-2-3-1, out of possession, 4-3-3 for me. But it is important that Souček has a good game and to hold the midfield together.
Yeah, that was my next question for you, Jordan. Would you be tempted to put, an extra man, whether it's, to be honest, I've seen a few people say put Krau in and take one of the front four out. I can't see Moyes doing that. I can't see Moyes taking out one of the front four. I just can't see it. I just, to me, I wouldn't understand it. I prefer to drop a Fornals or a Benrahma back a bit to make that three in the middle. I don't see why, in probably our biggest game of the season, Jordan, why we're dropping one of our front four. But would you be tempted to bring one of them back slightly to not get so overrun in midfield, which could be our downfall?
Yeah, I think. Typically teams against Liverpool try and do a back five, and that won't work for us. So I think if we can try and get the balance between trying to contain Liverpool but having an attack ourselves, they go 4-3-3. So we should try and do the same, really, match them up man for man, really. That's probably what I would do. So yeah, I would probably sacrifice having a higher 10 in Benrahma and drop him back, and I would probably leave Bowen and Fornals. They're working fine on the wing. I would probably just ask Benrahma to try and track back a little bit. Whether he can do that or not, though, but is another thing. But I wouldn't want to sacrifice him completely. I'd rather try him a bit deeper, because I think a game today is too big for someone like Alex Krau, because he hasn't really had enough game time this season, obviously, for obvious reasons, and it's too big a game to start him in, I think.
Yeah. James, do you think perhaps dropping a man back or taking one of them out and putting another defensive midfielder in is too negative, or do you think it's just simply trying to match up with Liverpool and giving us the best chance?
What it is, you can't win the game in the first half, but you can lose it. And if we don't get the tactics right, we could be 2 or 3-0 down, like against Genk the other night, we should have been 2 or 3-0 down against Genk, and we managed to get away with it and get out there with a 1-0 at half time. But I think 4-0 has got to be the key today. He has to have a good game for me. If he can drop in there when we're out of possession and go as a 4-3-3 like Rice, Souček, and 4-0 with Bowen, Ben Rum, and Antonio up front, then that to me is quite an attractive look. Do you know what I mean? Would I? Someone's singing a theme tune there. Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah. We keep saying that perhaps this player's got to have a good game for it to be key. I think on a whole, Jordan, everything's got to stitch together well, and everybody's got to do their job correctly today. There isn't really any room for error. Antonio's got to hold the ball up well. He can't be isolated. Fornals and Bowen and Benrahma have got to get close to him, but they've got to defend as well, and they've got to give Creswell and Johnson that cover. There's lots of elements what we've got to get right today, but we can get it right.
Yeah, absolutely. But like I said at the outset, I would say the pressure's on Liverpool for this game. You know, we want to get it right, but we can go out and play with slightly more freedom than them. I think in a way that because they're expected to win, that puts the pressure on them. They're away from home. We're playing well at home generally. So I think get the tactics right, but rather than not do what we did last year where we gave them too much respect them, but don't respect them too much. Have a go at them, because there are going to be some cracks there eventually, I think personally. No team's perfect. I'm sure we can find some cracks in their side.
Yeah. What's the key today? Is it set pieces? Is it counter-attacks, James? What's going to be our key to goals today?
Well, you just said, mate. Set pieces are going to be key. Our big men, Souček, Zuma, Abona, Rice, Antonio. Antonio's got to have a good game today for me. He's played okay in games, but he's got we need an 8 or a 9 out of 10 from him today. He needs to push Van Dijk and Chiarte, is it? Back, like their centre halves back. He's got to rough them up, push them back, and make them think. If Antonio's not on it today, then we're going to find it hard. So we need him on it. Benrahma's got to step up today. You know how much I'm a fan of Benrahma. He stepped up on Thursday. He needs to step up today. I want him to turn and run at players. When he runs at players, Benrahma, he's a completely different animal. So like when he does these short passes, it's like the safe option. And to me, that's the key today. We need certain players to be on it. And if we are, we'll get a positive result. And also, Ben Johnson. It's a big game for Ben Johnson. I know he's played well for us, but it's a massive game for him, especially up against. I think he'll be up against Robinson. I think if I'm right. So it's going to be both of them are going to be. He needs to push Robinson back when he's going forward.
Yeah, it's a big game for many players, Jordan. You've got lots of Benrahma. I would love to see Benrahma have a really good game against a big team today, and it's key. All of these players together, but one player is Aaron Creswell. In the past, we could say we've been isolated. They're going to run at them. They probably will happen today, and at times we will get caught out on that left-hand side. But we've seemed to manage it quite well so far this season. So does that worry you, or do you think Fornals can get back and support Aaron Creswell?
I'm not worried defensively about us as a team, really. Yeah, I think I agree with what James said earlier. It's a big game for Souček, but the back four in itself, I'm not worried about the way we're playing. It's probably the best back four we've had in a long time, I think personally, and it's very well drilled back there. It's got David Moyes written all over it, nice and compact. Generally difficult to break down. I know we leaked 2 goals in midweek, but you could analyse those goals different ways, especially the second goal. But yeah, I'm not worried defensively. For me, in my personal opinion, it's all about how much we have a go at Liverpool and pick the right moments to attack them. And there's ways to do that on the counter. Liverpool like to play a high line, so that ball over the top for Antonio can be key. And obviously, like you said, set pieces are going to be critical today. So I'm not too worried defensively. Obviously we know what Liverpool have got on offer, but the way we're defending as well, let's give our boys a bit of credit too.
Yeah, so the lineup is in Fabianski and Cole, a pack four of Johnson, Zuma, Ogbonna and Creswell, Rice and Soucek in the middle, Bowen, Benrahma, Fornals and Antonio. As expected, probably our strongest lineup at the moment. Our front four start, Rice and Soucek start, and it's our, as ever, normal back four. James, to you first. Any surprises?
No, but that to me says that when we're out of possession, Fornals is going to slip in there and go 4-3-3 to me. I think in possession, we're 4-2-3-1, get the ball, get them up to them, and then as soon as we go out, you'll probably see either Benrahma dropping short or Fornals, one of them two. Or even go to a 5. It might even be like a 5 in midfield with like Fornals, Rice, Soucek, Bowen, Benrahma, just to sort of slot back in and then thingy. But it's positive. It's positive and it ain't negative, so that's good. And there ain't no 5 in the back rubbish that it was on Thursday. So, yeah.
Yeah, so let's head into the comments before we get Jordan's thoughts on that lineup. Obviously, I would love to... Oh, everything's just stopped. What's happened there? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Oh, and my... Oh, there we go. There we go. We're back. Obviously, I would love to win, but I would take a scoring draw or a spirited win or defeat. I'm still frozen on my screen. Am I frozen on yours?
You're still frozen on mine, but
if you refresh, me and Jordan will carry on. Do you know what I mean?
Right. Carry on. Take some comments. Talk about the game. Oh, I'm
what do you reckon?
What the hell?
What do you reckon?
I'm back. Right, go on, Jordan.
No.
Line up. Go.
No, you're still frozen, Jake.
Still frozen, mate. Yes, right. You are. What do you think today, Jordan, in regards to that lineup?
It's as predicted. Yeah, no, I'm pleased with it, and I think what you said is probably a big part of what we do is what we do out of possession. I remember Rice, I think, said after the Tottenham game, a big part of stopping them playing is because they like to play between the lines. So yeah, like you said, with those players dropping in to sort of compact the midfield is going to be quite key. But yeah, I think pleased with the lineup. I wouldn't argue with it at all. That's what I would do if I was a manager of West Ham right now. Perfect lineup for this game. So what about yourself?
What's Liverpool's lineup, Jake?
Well, I'm going to bring in a Liverpool fan. Ollie, how are you?
Very well, Jake. How you doing, mate?
Not too bad, not too bad. Whilst I get the Liverpool lineup, your thoughts on the game today from a Liverpool perspective?
My thoughts from a Liverpool perspective. So, not a very good time to be playing West Ham, really. Whatever the outcome, I think it's going to be a really tough game. West Ham's on fire at the moment. They're very hard to break down. Obviously, I'm obviously hoping for the win. It's going to be very, 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 very tight up the top this season. Chelsea's dropping points yesterday. We really need the win, but I think it's going to be a hell of a game. Really good game. Yeah,
definitely should be. I'm just loading up the Liverpool lineup and the person.
Yeah, tell me what it is. I've just finished work.
Yeah, the person on the front list makes me laugh. I've got to say.
Cool.
Alisson in goal. You've got Alexander-Arnold, Matip, Van Dijk, Robertson.
Oh, Matip.
Fabinho, Henderson, and Oxlade-Chamberlain in a front three of Mane, Salah, and Jota. Your thoughts on that, Ollie?
Yeah, interesting. Oxlade-Chamberlain. I think he needs to prove himself. Really, I think this is a great chance for him now to do that. Apart from that, you couldn't argue with that lineup, really. I think with the bringing Mane back in, I suppose they have to really because Firmino's injured, isn't he? But I think that would have been a good choice anyway to bring Mane in, especially with his pace to try and get behind West Ham's defence. I think that's where we can exploit you because I think in midfield, especially with Rice, we're very compact. So yeah, I'm pleased with that lineup. Coming from a Liverpool fan, yeah, I think it's good.
Yeah, to be honest, it might be a bit harsh me saying this, Jordan, but Henderson and Oxlade-Chamberlain in the midfield don't really float my boat and they don't really fear me, to be honest. Fabinho, that's a different matter. He's a very good player, but I think Henderson's past his sell-by date and Oxlade-Chamberlain, he can be good on this day. Am I being a bit harsh there, do you think, Jordan?
No, I wouldn't say so. I think Oxlade-Chamberlain's a very hot and cold player. Whereas you can't fault the work rate of someone like Jordan Henderson, and vocally he's a good captain because he's gets the players going. But yeah, you can sort of see he's coming towards the end of his career. So no, I wouldn't say you're probably too harsh in saying that about those two.
James, your thoughts on that Liverpool lineup?
Matip at the back, mate. I like that. I thought the other lad was going to go in there. The geezer from Leipzig. I watched him play the other week. I thought he was pretty decent. Antonio's got to be literally on top of Matip. I think if he goes 1-on-1 with Van Dijk, he ain't going to win.
Yeah,
but I think with Matip, he's got to go 1-on-1 with him. If he can push Matip back, then Van Dijk will have to sort of cover Matip a lot. Oxlade-Chamberlain, Henderson against Rice and Souček, and then you've got Fabinho in there, and their Fornells can slip in there. I do believe that this game could go to about the 60th minute. Hopefully, if it's 0-0, bring on Král, have Král, Souček and Rice in there, and then go for it in the last 30 and try and see if we can get the job done in the last 30 minutes. What we have got to do, though, is we can't lose this game in the first half because they could be out of sight in the first half, and then it'll be hard work.
Yeah. Jordan, I think, as always in these big games, the first 20 minutes is key. If it's 0-0 at 20 minutes, then we start going.
Yeah, it is a tough one because there's two angles to it. I totally get what James is saying, and I agree with it, to be fair. But then at the same time, do you sit back and could be 3-0 down if you sit back? So it is quite a tough one. But yeah, I think the first half is key. So as long as we're still in the game at half time, I think it'll be anybody's game. So yeah, it's getting it tactically right, which is going to be really tough for the players today. But yeah, see what happens at half time. Go from there, really.
Yeah. Let's take some comments, and I'm going to see what you guys are saying. Bowen and Fornals will do the hard work in getting, but Benrahma and Antonio will be the main ones attacking. Did the members see the ex-player video? James, have you seen it?
I haven't had a chance, mate. I've literally come in and I've had about 2 minutes. What can I live with you? I haven't had a chance, mate.
Put it on yesterday. Go, all of you members, go on the members page. We've got something exciting coming early next week, so where you get exclusive access to that. Luke, I hope you are well, my man. One thing I would say, James, when Benrahma drops between midfield and defence, we have to be brave and give him the ball. Yeah, he's got to run at players. He's got to do 100%. That. Such a pro, isn't he? Someone said, I've no idea what happened. The screen just blacked out and it came back again. Technical difficulties, hey. Right, Ollie, question for you. Can Ollie pick me up some lagers whilst he's out and about?
Who's that?
It's a joke.
Oh, I thought it was somebody I knew. Okay. Yeah,
right. We will go on to final part of the show, but before we get on to predictions, one key player you think from Liverpool, Ollie, who's going to be the key for the Redmen to get 3 points today?
Difficult question. Liverpool. The thing is, Liverpool, they can score goals from the front three from anyone, can't they? You know, one day Salah. I reckon Salah will do it today. I think Salah will score. Yeah. If Liverpool win, I think Salah's going to be the danger man.
Yeah, let's go, Rebel. One key player for Liverpool, Jordan, you can't pick Salah.
Mane.
Yeah.
One key player, James, and you can't pick Mane or Salah.
Van Dijk.
So yeah,
because if he don't perform, then we definitely will get something out of the game. Because I just don't rate Matip at all, if I'm honest.
Yeah, he's a bit lightweight, and Antonio can guess at him, that's for sure. Right then, let's go round with the complete opposite question. Ollie, one key player for West Ham, who do you fear?
Well, personally, I think Benrahma. I think you need to pace. I personally think you need to get round the backs rather than going through the middle, because I know Matip is quite good if he's playing with Van Dijk. It's like the chap at the bottom screen. I think Matip is quite good with Van Dijk in the centre. So I think Benrahma needs to get down the wings. Yeah.
One key player for us then, Jordan?
Antonio, I think he's going to be. There's lots of angles you could take with it, but because we want to try and do the opposite of what we did last year, and we don't want to show Liverpool too much respect, we want to have a go at them. Antonio is going to be the key at the top of the field for us today, I would say.
Yeah, and James, our one key player for us.
Aaron Cresswell, mate.
Ooh.
The Scouse Maldini. He's going to be up against Salah today, and he's going to have to be he's going to have the best game of his career, if I'm honest, because Salah's on fire at the minute. His set pieces, his dead ball delivery have all got to be spot on. Like everything's got to be 8, 9 out of 10 today for Cresswell. And if he does, then we can keep Salah quiet, which is going to be hard, but we can. We might get something out of this game, but it's a big game for Cresswell today. I just hope he just don't get ruined today by a Salah, because it could happen.
My 2 key players for Liverpool, I'm going to go for Trent Alexander-Arnold. He can go for 2 completely different games. He can have an absolute nightmare defending, and he can have an absolute nightmare putting the ball into the box. Or he can defend relatively well, and he can put a couple of absolute peaches into the box for anybody just to get their foot or head on. And there you go, Liverpool have scored. For West Ham, I'm going to go Kurt Zouma. I think Kurt Zouma is our key player today. I think if he can contain Salah, which I think is in his ability, I think we'll do all right. But to be fair, it's a big ask. Easier said than done to contain Salah. He won't contain him completely, but he will to the best of his ability if he's on top form. Jake, if Liverpool win, you have to eat jelly deals. No, I don't. Arsenal create 11 on points with us. How have they done that? Yeah, but that's about 8 difference on goal difference. We're all right. Don't panic.
I wouldn't fear if we played Arsenal there. That's the thing.
Antonio needs to score today and stay in the middle of the box. I agree. I don't like it when he goes out left, he goes out right, and all of a sudden he goes put the ball into the box. There's no one there. I'm like, stay in the middle. Let the others do that. Just hold the play up well, and get your nut on one, and you'll be all right, Antonio. But let's go on to predictions. James, we'll go with you first. What's your prediction?
I'm going for a draw, mate. I think we can get a draw out of this game. I think if we are going to get a positive result today, we have to score first. And I think if Liverpool score first, then we're going to find it incredibly hard to get something out of this game, because they will just counter attack us and break away and probably get another one. I said 1-1, but I'm going to say 1-0 or 2-0, one of the two.
I think, to be fair, we will find it hard if we do concede first, but we do, so far this season, we've looked relatively under control when we've gone 1-0 down. We haven't in the past think, oh Christ, they've scored, that's it. I don't feel like that's us anymore, but Liverpool could be a different story. A couple of comments quickly, Mr. Driscoll says games like this will dictate how long we keep Declan Rice. Today is a day to take our chances, something we don't seem to do at the moment. If we get a good chance, we've got to take it. It's the bottom line. Ollie, we'll come to you. Your prediction, what are you going for?
I think Liverpool's going to win 3-2. Yeah, I hate to say that to you guys, but I think they will. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think they just nick it.
Yeah, I could see that, to be fair. I could see that. Jordan?
Gosh, it's a tough one.
It's not going to be easy.
Do you know what? I'm just gonna back West Ham today. I'm gonna go 2-1 West Ham.
Oh, I love it. Absolutely love it. See, my prediction's 1-1, 1-1 and 2-2, and James has already mentioned that. So that's the only thing I've got. Only one logical option after that, James, isn't there? No, not 3-3. I'm going to agree with Lawrence. I wasn't going to say this, but you know what? I think we can do it. 3-2 to the Hammers. A 3-2 is definitely on the cards today. Ollie said it. I said it. It would not surprise me either way if this game's 3-2.
Put it this way, I would just say this game is, like Ollie said when he came on, it's going to be a good game either way. 2 informed teams, and I think it has got goals written all over it, so it's going to be good to watch. But hopefully, obviously, West Ham win. But yeah it's going to be a good match either way.
Cue the 0-0.
You'll do long previews, long build-up shows, bang, 0-0, nothing happens.
I'll take it. If you said 0-0, I'll take that. clean sheet against Liverpool and a point. Who does that these days?
Exactly. Let's take some more of a lot of people are going 1-1 today, but guys, keep your predictions coming in. Final thoughts then. Let's go to you, Ollie, first. Your final thoughts for the game.
Final thoughts is just really, really, really excited for the game. I'm interested to see tactically how both teams play. West Ham, like I said, a very good team, a very, very solid midfield. Declan Rice is just on his next level centre midfielder. So I'm interested to see, how Liverpool play against that, which way they go. So I'm just looking forward to a really cracking game. Yeah, can't wait for it.
Well said, Jordan.
We're massive. That's what I'm going to say. We're bigger than Tottenham. So,
Love it. Absolutely love it. And James, to finish off, the voice of reason.
It's all about the performance today for me, mate. It's not. Listen, whatever happens, if we win the game, we're on cloud nine. If we lose the game, it's all about the performance, like how we conduct ourselves throughout the 90 minutes. And if we conduct ourselves in a good way, we can go into the international break and be positive for what's coming towards the end of the year.
Definitely. Caesar, hope you well. Final thoughts, we are massive. Love it. So there we go. We are now a matter of 44 minutes away from kickoff at the London Stadium. There will be goals in this game. I can guarantee it. 0-0 incoming. And it would definitely be a good game. Two informed teams coming up against each other. Both are going to look to attack, which only means one thing: goals. So we'll leave it there. A huge thank you, James and Jordan, for coming on, and of course, Ollie, thank you very much for jumping on. Cheers, guys. Watching from. Come on, James. Come on, you aren't. Are you going to do this for the game? Come on, ready.
I will do, mate. I mean, give us 3 points.
For the love.
Come on, you Irons.
Irons. And we'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys, and
Good luck,
bye-bye.
guys.
Come on, you Irons.
Take care.